بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
And the British began to plan how to control the Arabs. On the 10th of June 1916, Sharif Hussein declared a war of independence by symbolically firing a rifle at the Turkish barracks in Mecca. The Great Arab Revolt had begun.
The British spies then went to the second actor in the Arabian Peninsula. I mean, Britain has a PhD in deception. Abdulaziz ibn Saud did not control the Hijaz, so he couldn't command the check for £7 million. He had to be content with something less than that. So what the British offered to him was, if you would sign the same kind of agreement with us and violate the specific command in the Quran and betray Allah and His Messenger and betray the Ummah, if you will do that, we pay you £5,000 a month. Would you accept that? Abdulaziz says yes. Yes. And in 1916, Abdulaziz ibn Saud signed an agreement with Britain. Yes. Which made of him a military ally of Britain, subservient to Britain. But when the Ikhwan, who were his military force, questioned him, how can you sign this agreement with Britain? And how can you accept this money from Britain, £5,000 a month? Abdulaziz ibn Saud says, this is jizya. Jizya is what they pay to me because I control them. So Britain now has to create a Turkish general who would appear to the Turkish people as a savior who has come down from the heavens with his hands resting on the wings of angels to save the Turkish people. And so at a place called Gallipoli, a man named Mustafa Kemal inflicts a defeat on the ruling state in the world, Britain, and immediately climbs the ladder to become the hero of all heroes in Turkish history. Very convenient, isn't it? And a British army under General Allenby, with many Arabs and Punjabi Muslims fighting faithfully under his control, attacked the Turkish garrison which was defending Jerusalem, defeated it, and liberated the Holy Land. This was a joyous day for the Jews, because now the countdown is really moving forward and the golden age is coming back. By 1919, the Ottoman Empire was in shambles, falling apart.
Many of the new states carved out of the Ottoman Empire turned their backs on it and each other. But more than successor states were involved. Britain and France took over the Middle East after World War I, and Soviet communism took over most of the Balkans after World War II. While restructuring the societies under their control, these 20th century occupiers did what they could to erase the Ottoman legacy.
And from this emerged now the Turkish Republic, which replaces the Ottoman Islamic State. Mustafa Kemal now takes over. He is in fact de facto ruler over the Ottoman Empire, and the Khalifa is just a piece of furniture. Sharif al-Hussein realized that he was in grave danger now. So long as there was a Khalifa in Istanbul, the British needed him. But now that the Caliphate was destroyed, abolished, Sharif Hussein now realizes the plan. He says, oh my gosh, they're going to send Abdulaziz ibn Saud to cut my throat now. And then he will attack and take control of the Haramain. And when once he does that, he won't make the mistake of ever claiming the Khilafah for himself. And he will never allow anyone else to claim the Khilafah, because no one else can take the control of the Hijaz and the Haramain from them, because they are supported by Britain. And so goodbye to the Khilafah. It's gone. It can never be restored. Never, never, never be restored. So long as Britain and the United States of America underwrite the security of the Saudi state, you can never, never, never restore the Khilafah.
With the Ikhwan, Ibn Saud was able to conquer an area greater than Western Europe. Ibn Saud was even more determined to complete his conquest. In 1926, he took possession of Mecca and Medina, the two holiest sites in Islam. By 1932, Ibn Saud had conquered the vast territory between the Red Sea and the Persian Gulf. He would name it after his family, Saudi Arabia, and proclaim himself king.
Can Mullah Umar have been recognized as the Khalifa? No, why not? Because when the Hajj comes, Amirul Mu'mineen Mullah Umar will have to apply for a Saudi visa to perform the Hajj. Huh? And if the Saudis reject the visa, the Khalifa can't perform the Hajj. But Mustafa Kemal said, the Turkish people love their Khalifa. So if Europe could have a pope, why can't we have a pope too? The new Turkish government of Mustafa Kemal decided to take the Khilafah and remove from it all political authority and make the Khalifa the equivalent of the Pope. This was 1922. Britain demanded of Mustafa Kemal that he must abolish the Khilafah. The demand came from Britain. And on the 3rd of March 1924, the Turkish Republic abolished the Khilafah.